Hello everyone, this is Sunniva.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are doing another designer ranking video. Today we are ranking all of Alexander Pfister's games. We're ranking how many today?
15.
There's a few more that we haven't played, so we're not going to rank those.
Yes.
Those are going to be in the bottom because we haven't played them.
Yes.
So what do you think of the ones you haven't played?
I think I haven't played them.
Yes?
So
They're
that's
bad.
Probably.
No, they're probably just at the bottom of the list. We have played all of his, I will say, bigger games, except for Sky Mines, the new version with a better theme for Mombasa.
Yep.
We haven't played that one. Other than that, we played most or all of his big box games and some of the smaller ones, so we're gonna do a ranking of them. This time, this is a joint list.
Yeah.
Most of the time when we do lists, we do them like for ourselves,
separately.
The top 10s, because we enjoy, even though many times we have crossovers, not always, but many times we have many crossovers, but we really enjoy that feeling of not knowing. But for these, we knew they were going to be almost similar,
yes.
So we did it together. We had to like this to decide a little bit. Sometimes one would put one higher and lower, but this is the official Board Gaming Ramblings ranking of Alexander Pfister's games.
Cool. We're going to jump right into it with the lowest one on the list, number 15,
yes.
And that is Tybor the Builder.
Sunniva, please tell me a little bit about what you do in this game.
I have no idea, because we played this once in the Düsseldorf airport after Spiel, and that is many years ago.
2017.
And I haven't played it since.
No.
So the reason for this low placement is lack of information about it.
Please let us know if you have played this game. Like, I remember it being fun, but I was also super tired and we were going on a plane.
I remember that I didn't like it at all.
Okay.
But that was because I was super tired.
That might have been it.
But we're going to play this for Keep or Kill sometime, so we might do it soon. Number 15.
Yes, some of you would have said we should have done it before, but we didn't, and that was our choice.
Yes.
Next up, we're gonna have this box that is not edited in at all. That's why I'm holding it completely still over here, so it can be not edited in. It's Expedition to Newdale. I think it's like this big. This is like the board game version of Oh My Goods. I remember it being an okay game. I enjoyed my time playing it, and again, like, this list is going to be more informative later on because I don't remember a lot about this game. It had the card play from Oh My Goods, which I don't remember too much about, and then you were moving on maps. It was a campaign, which I didn't like, where you had different maps. Oh, I'm going to take away the box now and put it over here. Oh, it's not here anymore.
No, we have gotten rid of the game. I think we played like 3 games into the campaign, and then we were still like, we have many other games we need to play.
Yes, and we didn't want to play that one more because it was fun. That's why it's number 14. Next up, we have
number 13, Oh My Goods. And this also has been a long time since we played.
Yes.
We need to play this for Keep or Kill as well. But you play cards, and I don't remember anything about it.
Basically, the last 3 spots of this list are kind of interchangeable because we don't remember too much about these 2 games. And they're only here probably because we haven't played them for Keep or Kill.
Yeah, so we wanted to include them in the list because we have actually played them. But these low placements are probably not fair to these games.
Now we're coming up into the games that we haven't played enough to know more about them.
Yay.
Next up is going to be this game right here. Cloud Age.
Yes.
Do you see the box right in front of you?
I see it.
It's so beautiful and 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to put it away so I don't have to hold it in the same position forever. Cloud Age is probably my most disappointing Alexander Pfister game.
I agree.
Because the small box games, I never had any like, high anticipation. It was mostly, it's Pfister, I want to play it. But Cloud Age was just, for me, not fun. We played it quite a few times. We did a review back in the days. This is old times. Board Gaming Ramblings. Probably less fun than now. I think we were not that good at doing videos.
No.
But it was just not too fun. I remember it. You were moving on this map, kind of trying to move ahead, stopping on these different cities, trying to get this. It was water, and it was a pretty cool mechanism. Quite random, but with the drawing on the cards, and you get to see these different resources depending on the clouds that was there. And it was a fine little thing, a nice mechanism, but I just didn't like it a lot.
I agree. It was very underwhelming the year it came out. I remember it being super disappointing. And if I would remember the other games below this Cloud Age, I think might fall even more. But yeah, absolutely my least favorite Pfister game in like a big box or normal size box.
Because it's on the lowest part of the list.
That's true.
Next up is another box we definitely have.
Yes, and it's over here.
Oh, what is it?
This is Broom Service.
Oh, I don't know.
You see?
No, I don't know why I didn't see that. It's another one we don't have.
No.
And you might think we don't like Alexander Pfister games, so why are we doing this? We do. We just can't own all the games of all the designers, even though we are fans. Broom Service, tell me about it.
This is a pick up and deliver game where you play cards. And you play, like, when you play a card, you play it secretly, and you want to play something that the other player hasn't played.
You're doing...
Then you get to do an even better action. So you're trying to anticipate what the other players are doing so that you can play something else and do the super cool stuff that you want to do. I quite like Broom Service. We just have too many other games.
Yeah. You are playing, if I remember correctly, you're playing a card either as a bravely or cowardly. Yeah. And then you hope that the other players aren't playing the same card.
Yes.
If they play bravely as well, because then you are going to not be able to do the action. Something like that. I remember enjoying that part of the game quite a bit. But as you said, it was just ending up being a game on a pile of all the other games, and we couldn't keep it. Next up is another one we have. This one I'm actually quite sad we don't have. And the reason was, I have it right here.
Yes.
No, but how? It was an illusion. It wasn't actually there.
You're a magician.
Yes, that's my job. But today we're talking about Port Royal. Port Royal is a game I really like. I enjoy Port Royal a lot. It's a short game. It's a push-or-luck game. Like, it just hits that spot like perfectly. It's one of my favorite like push-or-luck games. The reason we don't have it, and the reason I was okay culling it when we culled it, do you remember the reason?
No, I actually don't. I just remember that I was very
happy with culling it.
Yes, I wanted to cull it.
Do you remember the reason I said yes?
No.
Because there's a big box.
No, I forgot.
And I'm gonna get it.
Well, actually, I played Port Royal not that long ago. I don't remember when or how.
Probably by playing cards.
But I think I played it without you.
Yes.
I think it was at the con we went to or something. And that was after we decided to cull it.
Yes.
And now when we were looking for it, I was just like, why have we culled it? But I actually enjoyed my time with it. So I'm okay with having the big... But how big is that box?
Like this.
Okay, because it needs to be a small box.
It's a small one. It's like this, maybe.
But it's a fun push-your-luck game.
It is. Next up, we're going to have a game that we actually do have.
And that's Mombasa.
It is. This is the game that is good with not the best theme, which is why they did Sky Mines, which I don't think there's any differences. If there are, let us know. Maybe there are like some quality of life stuff or stuff like that, but I think the gameplay is the same. So this is mostly for the gameplay. I really enjoy this one. Do you want me to talk about it, or do you want to add stuff about Mombasa?
I think the cool thing about Mombasa is the playing of the cards. Yeah. That you are playing cards into 3 different piles, and you just get one of the piles back up. So you're trying to play in a logical order, so you get to do the things that you want to. And there's other Euro stuff in there as well, but that's my favorite thing about the game. I think I tried to cull this one.
You did, yeah.
But it's a nice game.
I enjoy like the map placement, like getting the shares, getting the trying to be on the map, trying not to get bumped out of the map, and moving on the book track. Like there's many different things to enjoy here. I think it would be really cool. Let us know if you think Sky Mines is an improvement. I would really like to try that out. Next up, we're gonna have one of I will say it's like one of the underrated Pfister games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that is going to be Blackout Hong Kong. Blackout Hong Kong, I remember we played it when we got it. Played it 2 players, thought it was like fine.
Yeah.
And when we played it with more players, it was really good. It's all about moving around on this map. I will show you. We might not have many pictures for it, but I will show you the back of the box, which might be helpful. I'm going to show it as close as I can. Look, it's a picture that I took. I was playing the game. Hello there, I'm playing the
Don't
game.
do that. Shaking the picture.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, but Mombasa is also about playing cards in the 3 different
Yes.
rows. You're trying to build things on the map, trying to be in these triangulars to get bonuses in between. There's these different resources you want to get, and all by trying to make Hong Kong survive a major blackout.
I really like this as well. It was a huge surprise to me actually when we played it later. Because I was just like, we played it for Keeper Cull.
Yes.
And I was so ready to cull Blackout Hong Kong.
You're
and I was
going in
like,
like fighting mode.
but it is good. Now I have to keep it.
Sad face.
But yeah, probably one of the most underrated of his, absolutely.
Next up, maybe his most well-known lighter game.
That's I Love Sky. I love Sky. This has this Carcassonne feeling with building your map, but the bidding for the tiles every round is the coolest part about the game because you're drawing 3 tiles like secretly, and then you are setting the price for those, and then everybody reveals what their tiles are and what they cost, and you want to have them so low priced that they aren't impossible for yourself to buy, but so high that you probably want to like scare the other people off for buying them, or if they buy the tile that you really want for yourself, you will at least get a lot of money for it. Really cool design.
I think that it's so clever, like that mechanism of putting those prices, and it's kind of tense because you're kind of like, oh, I really want that tile. How much am I willing to pay for it? And how, as I said, how many money? Okay, I'm going to be happy if I get 5 money for it, but I also have to pay 5 money if I end up buying it. And all of these things make it a super clever design.
And the scoring as well, which I really enjoy because you have like these A and B and C and D scoring. And the first round you're scoring A and B and then C and D and then A and D and B and C. And it's cool because you have to...
Now I know my ABC.
But then you want to like focus on different parts of the game, like at different times in the game. Super clever.
Yeah, which makes like the drafting and the buying of the tiles even more interesting as well.
Yes.
Next up is a newer game, one that is super heavy, I don't know why, called Boon Lake. This one is, as somebody said, it has a very weird thing that it's like trying to make me buy the game because it has a big game board. Why do I
want that?
Why do I want like?
I want a really small.
I really want this game now because it has a big, more than 120 wooden pieces. That is a thing. Why is that a thing? Like that is a thing that people like. It was always on games before.
Yeah.
Like more than 450 components. Why would I care?
Because like people were used to buying Ludo with like 4 pieces. That's a lie.
It's
16.
Still, like this is still something. It's still...
But it advertises with double-layer player boards.
I like that.
Which we need.
But like over these 5 things, like let's see which one will make you buy the game. Big game board.
Nope.
More than 120 wooden pieces.
No.
165 project cards. I don't even know what project cards are if I'm looking at the back of this box. Double-layer player boards.
Yes.
Maybe. Innovative action board.
That would,
Yeah.
That's information.
That's the only thing that is kind of I need to know.
Boon Lake.
Talk about it.
Yes, Boon Lake feels like a mix of some of his other games put into a blender, and it comes out as Boon Lake, which I think this is a cool game. It's not my favorite Alexander Pfister game, but it's
obviously because this is a game list ranking the favorite Alexander Pfister games.
It's number 6. Which is still pretty high.
Yes.
But I think it's cool the way that you choose your actions. It is an innovative action.
It is.
Yeah, I agree. And also you have these, what to call it, the one-way street with the
river.
And you want to build in these specific plots. Yes. And also you want to travel with your canoe on your personal little river to have the right resources at the right time. A really cool mechanism that I haven't seen before. So a lot of cool things in this game.
Yeah, and I really like the action selection board, but more than that, I like the big game board. But the action selection is really cool because you have this river basically of these actions going around like a conveyor belt kind of. And when I do an action, everybody gets to do a follow action, and that action goes off and goes to the top. So it's going to be longer till you can do it again, and it makes it for the timing of the action to be very interesting.
Cool.
And next up, we are going to have
Maracaibo. Yeah. Maracaibo, I think that was my top game from the year it came out.
I think it was for both of us. Yeah.
Yes, it was a really solid game. You have this one-way street as well. You have these multi-use cards that you can either play like resources, or you can pay money to build it as a part of your crew.
Yes.
And
theme.
Yes. And you're doing Euro stuff, and I think I really like the campaign for this game, actually. Not because it was like a super riveting story, not at all, because it changed like the one-way street a little, like the thing here and there that was fun to play it multiple times.
Maracaibo is like a classic. It's one that I think I will always enjoy. You have like different strategy routes of going fast on the river, going slow, trying to not care about going to the end and setting yourself up some really good places along the way, or doing like a super quick one where you're adding like a couple of super special powers at the end of the route, because when you play these cards, some of them give you a bonus when you land on a specific number. So it's all of these things that makes it really cool and different each time you play it. Next up is going to be Pirates of Maracaibo, which means that we like this more than we like Maracaibo, because that's how ordering works on a top list.
Well, I think like Maracaibo is still a super solid game, and it has more kind of depth than Pirates of the Maracaibo. It is more simplified, this version, but it also is like more streamlined, easier to get to the table, faster to play, less rules. So that is why I think this has an edge over Maracaibo, because you still get that Maracaibo goodness from this game, but with a little less hassle to actually get to play it. But you, for example, lose the opportunity to have these actions that you upgrade on your one-way street, for example. There's things that you're missing out on, but I think Pirates of Maracaibo is a super solid game.
I think that it's... We said this as well in the review. I think that this might be the best version of a game we have played.
Yeah.
Like, even though it is Maracaibo, it is still not Maracaibo.
Yeah.
It is like not gonna be... It has some of the same feelings, but it's also at the same time not the same game. It just like gives you the feelings of the game that you already love and know. So we have 3 more games, and if you have already seen like this list up until now, then you know what they're gonna be. That means that this is not one video, it's 2 videos at one time.
Yeah.
We are ranking all of the Alexander Pfister games, and now welcome to the ranking of the Great Western Trail games.
Ooh.
We're gonna start off with...
Oh, it was so heavy. And it's Great Western Trail Argentina.
Great Western Trail Argentina.
Yeah.
The truth is you ended up third. I don't know why. It just was that way. They're so different and yet so similar. Great Western Trail Argentina. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes.
And so is this game.
Yes.
Oh.
The song really didn't. It was just random, so I didn't really think of. It didn't tell the feelings of the game. It was just something.
In comparison to Maracaibo and Pirates of Maracaibo, which
This is Great Western Trail.
Yes, that's true. But those are same DNA but different games.
Yes.
This is more like they are more the same game. I feel like
absolutely.
Like, This is the core concept is Great Western Trail, but in here you're adding these. I don't know the names for it, but you're kind of trading out.
Yeah, you have these different shipping locations, different cities you can ship to. Yeah.
Which is different, for example. So it has a little spin on it. I think this is number 3 still, but it's my least favorite Great Western Trail game of the 3 that exists.
Yes.
You know that already? Wow.
Because it's number 3.
Yes.
But it's when we got this, this was the first version of it. I feel that you could own all 3. Like if you're Great Western Trail, and we are owning all 3. because I feel like this is in the same vein for me as Bros and Bros Birmingham.
Yeah, I agree.
That it has the same core, but like, oh, I'm in the mood for a tighter game, I might choose this, or I'm in the mood for a very different thing, I might choose this, or and for this experience, I might choose this. So you have this like platter of choosing different experiences.
Yes.
From these two different games.
I agree.
So number 2 is then going to be the creepiest game cover ever made.
Yeah.
Great Western Trail. We haven't gotten around to get the second edition yet, but I think we're gonna do it now, so we have all 3 in the same.
That looks so nice.
Same version,
But not this.
and also so we don't need get this.
Well, there's something. It's a little charming. Well, it's not.
Is it?
They look super creepy.
They're so creepy. But this was This was the first big box Pfister game we played.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we played this before playing Isle of Skye, but I don't think we knew like about Alexander Pfister before we played this.
No, I agree.
I think maybe we played Isle of Skye and then played this like, oh, it's the same designer. I didn't know. Because it was so early that we didn't really think so much about the designers.
Yes.
But Great Western Trail is the second favorite and is kind of the tightest of the bunch. It is like the core puzzle of it is there. I really enjoy the expansion for it as well, which
Yes, that was really fun.
The reason this is here is like I like it more. That is like just the bottom line of the reasons. But I think like the tightness of this, the core puzzle, the OG experience is what makes it be my number 2. Do you have any reasons that might be better than my reasons for it being number 2?
No, I have equally good reasons. I just remembered when you said it now that it is an expansion for this game, and I had forgotten.
Yes,
So,
it's the Rail of the North, where you
yeah.
have long rails.
really nice expansion,
Yes.
and that makes it really, really good.
We actually haven't played this for Keeper Call yet, so I'm
we
looking forward to
haven't.
play it.
Yes.
And maybe we're going to get the second edition with the new expansion. Next up is going to be number 1. It's going to be a huge shock. What might it be?
It's Great Western Trail New Zealand.
No song for this one.
This is the newest of the bunch.
Yes.
And a little less tight than the other 2, I would say.
Absolutely.
I think the cool thing about this, which is that it adds these bonus cards that don't take up space in your hand, which feel really cool and satisfying, and also makes it then a little less tight. You also have this movement with a little boat on a lake. That also is a different part of the game than the Argentina and original game. But currently, this is my favorite. Oh, you knew that already? Yes, it's number 1. Yes.
You are so good at predicting or knowing things because you are watching the video. The biggest thing for me that makes this better than the original and Argentina is that I don't like cows.
Oh yeah,
Because there's sheep in this game, so that is like my main reason. But basically all the reasons you said are the actual reasons. Why this is our number 1 Alexander Pfister game.
Cool.
And those are the ranking of the Pfister games. That was fun. I'm looking forward to do more of these designers. We are planning to do Feld. We did like a top 10 Feld a long time ago, but we're going to do like ranking. That's going to be a longer video because there's a lot of games. And also we do Rosenberg, that's going to be a longer one. We did Lacerda. If you have other designers that you think we like and you want to see the ranking of all their games.
And we want to rank the T-series. That isn't a specific designer.
We've been speaking about this for like 16 years.
But we need to play it first.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this is going to be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel or you're just enjoying what you've been doing but haven't done so yet, you can help us in a very big way that's free and fun and makes it smile like this. By giving us a victory point.
And we get victory point when you click that subscribe button. You can also click the bell to get notifications every time you post a new video.
And this is the end of this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings. And bye bye.